Here on FSR. Before we get to another coach that may be coming to an NFL or college football sideline near you, want to let you know we are brought to you by Home Depot. Makita tools at the Home Depot are built with precision without shortcuts, designed for the toughest jobs. It's the choice for pros when the job calls for the best. Call on Makita, built to be the best, available at the Home Depot. How pros get more done. You guys remember when Pat Fitzgerald, the Northwestern coach, was ousted? And there was this whole hazing scandal that was put forth and all this stuff that came out. Well, Pat Fitzgerald sued. And earlier this year, that case was settled. And Northwestern put out a statement that said, quote, inappropriate conduct in the football program did occur. They went on to say, evidence uncovered during extensive discovery did not establish that any player reported hazing to Coach Fitzgerald or that Coach Fitzgerald condoned or directed any hazing. Well, Pat Fitzgerald made his first public appearance or public statement.
So you're saying he was vindicated, is 100%. What you're saying. There was vindication.
100%.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure everybody hears that.
It's more deer.
And so he was on the college game day.
That white tail is up in the air, boy. Look at that.
He was on
fine piece of venison.
He was on the College Game Day podcast, and it went a little something like this.
You feel vindicated, Pat?
I feel 100% vindicated. I mean, you alluded to the statement earlier. I let that speak for itself. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to talk about other things a part of that settlement, but I feel very, very vindicated. I feel, again, especially for our players and their families. The facts are the facts. And, I feel vindicated for our players, our families, our staff. And, I'm happy for my guys. I got a bunch of them out there. I think 10 of the 11 starters right now are going to go compete their rear end off on that defense for Timmy McGargle in LA, this weekend in the top 20 defense. I think 6 or so of the starters on offense. So those are my guys. I love them. I'm proud of them. And I want to see them have great success. And then, we'll see if I get another group here, hopefully soon.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Get him back, man. He's a great coach.
Is the word. Vindication.
Dude, people don't realize, I mean, the academic standards at Northwestern are stringent. They're high, and it's hard to get every single kid. So you're competing against schools that have a much bigger player pool to choose from. And then even on top of it, just, looking at the once you're there, the rigorous academics and the schedule and everything else. So he played in multiple Big Ten championships, at least one of which that we were there for.
I know one.
As a part of Big Noon. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about as a coach. That shows you my age. I'm going back to when he was a player.
Yeah, I'm talking about as a coach, dude.
Yeah, as a coach.
What he did as a coach there was incredible.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I've got the utmost respect. I'm excited to see where he ends up because there's a lot of big jobs, and I'm not gonna say
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it.
Okay, because Penn State is at the top of my list for Pat Fitzgerald making that thing a contender.
He fits the mold of what we are. Like, he's definitely a LB, like every sense of the word. The mentality is the way he approaches things. I mean, he's like the rich man. He's the Nike version of Matt Rule. Matt Rule is more like the pro kids, pro wings, because he's an overachiever and played linebacker, but just wasn't, he wasn't like a starter type. Whereas Pat Fitzgerald is like the pitcher. You look at what a Big Ten linebacker looks like, what a college linebacker looks like. There's a few guys that you'd have a picture of them, and Pat Fitzgerald's one of those guys. So, and I know him personally. He is like, when I heard that news pop off, like I was so disappointed to hear about it and felt for him like deeply, because to know that man is like, he's every bit a phenomenal person as you would have seen him as a coach. So I'm happy for him. The way he was responding sounds like he's getting broke off some straight cheddar cheese. Not
pay the man.
Not that government cheese. He getting that cheddar. I can't talk about the details because they about to break your boy off something like straight fondue style. So good for him, man. And he's going to get the opportunity to coach again.
He was back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year when he was in college. Yeah. He was really good. And to see what he did
in the Big Ten, and that's hard, bro. Think about who was like, that's during the time like Charles Woodson and all of them guys were, Andy Katzenmoyer, I believe. Isn't that Katzenmoyer's time? Like, I believe he was younger, but there were a lot of Stone Cold, Simeon Rice, Dana Howard, all them guys. Like, it was a lot of ballers. So shouts out to Pat Fitzgerald,
What
man.
up, Pat?
Good luck to you.
Hey, it's Jonas Knox. Exhausted with applying for jobs online and never hearing back? You're in luck with Express Employment Professionals. Experts in your community are dedicated to helping you find a job. With more than 870 locations, there's always an office in your area. The best part, once Express Employment Professionals has your information, you'll be the first to hear about new opportunities that match your skills. Start by finding a location at expresspros.com and contact your local office today. That's www.expresspros.com.
This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan, real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Fresh wreck to report. This is going to be blocking the left lane 35 southbound at Tech Ridge Boulevard. Also, another accident reported Congress Avenue at US 290 causes no delay. And then finally, another accident reported Pierce Lane at Ross Road. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department you need for the holidays, all for under $35. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Your Valpak Blue Envelope of Savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need Downy rinse tonight, and I need it more. My king was the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog park. And Downy rinse it tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Black Friday is happening now at the Home Depot, which means it's time to get your home ready for all your holiday moments and traditions.
Hi.
hey,
Right now, you can bring home holiday magic with our wide assortment of dazzling pre-lit trees under $99. Spend more time creating memories and less time assembling with Quick Connect technology that makes it easy to set up your new tree in a few clicks.
Wow.
Hurry in for Black Friday happening now at the Home Depot.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With AirTasker, getting help is easy. Post your task, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, AirTasker has you covered. Download AirTasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Get the Apple Leasing Advantage today. Visit appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Mo City, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Feel Good Football Friday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. We got big games in the NFL and in college football. We've got the latest on the Heisman favorites. Texas women's basketball have a huge test tonight. Texas is enjoying the bye week, and the NFL and the Dallas Cowboys are dealing with a sad, sad situation. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hard. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is leave us a message. And we're going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see the Texas women and men basketball games this weekend. But all you got to do is voice your opinion and leave a message on that talkback feature on the new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. We'll receive it instantly, and if it's good enough, you might even hear it on air.
Good enough.
Now, Mark, this is supposed to be a feel-good football Friday, but unfortunately, things happen. After we got off of air yesterday, there was news out of Dallas that Marshawn Nealon had taken his life yesterday. And one of the biggest things that we have talked about, and I said it earlier, it's Movember. It's Mental Health Month. It is time for people to open up, talk to people. And I know as men, we don't like to do that too much. It's just like going to the doctor. You don't want to go to the doctor. But it is important to understand that you are not alone. It is important to understand that you never know what people are going through on the other side.
Right.
I've always had this conversation with my family. It's like, look, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what's happening behind those closed doors. Everybody can put on a public persona. Everybody can be one person in public, can be a totally different person behind the door. So I encourage everyone to be nice to people, because you never know what the one thing that could be said, the one thing that could be done that can help somebody get through that type of situation that day. Now, we have friends and family that are going through things every single day. We go through things every single day, but you cannot be afraid to talk to others about certain things. And it doesn't have to be me and you. It could be anybody.
Yeah, I mean, anybody. It's hard to say anybody because you don't want your personal business to go to just some random person. But I've seen it before, like somebody's going through something and they just vent. They just start talking, and you just have to sit there and just listen.
Yep.
Even if you, and please, if somebody does that to you, please don't look off like, oh, I gotta listen to this. Like, obviously they're going through something.
Right.
Like, show some empathy.
Right.
And, you know, like that's, the biggest step is talking to somebody.
Absolutely.
It's just being able to say, hey man, listen, I'm going through it.
I'm having a tough time right now.
Yep. I got a friend now that's, going through depression, and like he won't call me.
Yep.
I call him 5 or 6 times, won't get an answer.
Yep.
And I worry. And that you don't want to put that on your people. So like, guys, reach out to your people and just talk to them. We'll understand.
No doubt. And one of the people that spoke yesterday was the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott lost his brother to an apparent suicide. It did come out that he was. And he is someone that is an advocate. He walks around, he puts it on his arm, he says it on his wristband, ask for help. If you are going through something, talk to somebody. And Dak Prescott talked about losing his friend, Marshawn Nealon.
It's been a very tough day. As you said, it started early this morning, finding out the news. Tragic loss. I hurt, heavy heart today. I heard for Marshawn, I heard for his family, I heard for his girlfriend. I heard for every single one of my teammates. It's just a pain that you don't wish upon anybody. You wish none of us had to go through this. You wish Marshawn didn't have to go through what he went through. And just thankful for each moment we have in this life, and don't take it for granted. And hug and love on those that you do.
And I wanted to play this other part because Matt Rule, the coach for the Nebraska Cornhuskers, I've said this numerous times. I've said it on these airways. People that know me, I've talked about what I respect about Matt Rule. Matt Rule is probably one of the – I never played for Matt Rule. My cousin did. Jermichael Hasty, he played for him. But I got a chance to spend some time with Matt Rule at Big 12 Media Days in Dallas. I spent time with him interviewing him. I spent time with him out, where he let his hair down a little bit, and we got a chance to talk to each other. I came home, I told my family, I said, if any of you can go and play for a coach, he would be one of the coaches that I would want my kids to play for, because I understand who he is. I understand his principle. I understand what he goes through. He took over a job at Baylor. It was null and void. It was X'd out.
Shambles.
It was, hey, don't go to Baylor. If you coach at Baylor, you are a piece, blah, blah, blah. He took over that program, turned it around, made it respectable, and now he's at Nebraska trying to do the same. But just talking to him, I realized he was a man of principle. Now, I don't know what other stuff, something may come out later, but what he did.
What
I know was a man that took 3 minutes yesterday, 3 minutes, to talk about a player that was not his player, but talked about the mental health part of this thing, that what we don't understand sometimes as fans, fanatics, people. These people are still human beings.
Yes, they are.
Under those helmets and under those pads, they're still people.
And behind the jersey.
All of that. And he spoke about that yesterday.
See poignant seeing the tragic news out of Dallas today, and understanding that none of us know what people are going through. That's why I think we all should be careful about what we say to people. I think we should be careful what we tweet about people. I think we should be cognizant of what everyone's going through. And I told our players they should take their headphones off in the cafeteria and sit down with someone and be like, how you doing, man? What's going on with you? Because somebody that we're talking to, that we're saying, what's wrong with that guy? Man, that guy's messed up. Instead of saying what's wrong with him, we should all say, what would happen to him, because everyone's suffering. And so I look at these opportunities, everyone's kind of, everyone's, going through something. We're going to go on the road together, man. It's just a chance for us all to come together and be a team and unite together and spend time together. And, I think it's a good opportunity for us, but I have to, send my condolences, obviously. It's just awful news. But you also know at the same time, I've given the eulogy for players of mine who've had the same thing happen. And so it's just, you never know what people are going through. And I will forever, the rest of my life, think about the time that I saw Adrian Robinson right before he took his own life. And I saw him on campus, and I was walking this way and he was way over there. And I was like, I need to catch up with Adrian because he had got done playing. And a week later, he left this world. And a month later, I was given the eulogy. And I just wish in my life I could go back and just stop and say, hey, how you doing? And so it's not really what you asked, but it's on my heart. And I just share it with the team. Like, I just think it's a time in this world for us to be kind to people and at the same time care about people and ask about people. Our generation of kids, my kids, they all just say, yeah, I'm fine, I'm straight, you know, and it's just like, you really got to unearth it. So I look at road trips and travel, and I look at time together practice as chances to impact young people's lives and try to be around them. And I would encourage everybody to. I would encourage everybody today with your own kids or the people you work with, just check on them because, you know, that young man scored a touchdown just a couple days ago. And on the outside world, you'd think he's at the pinnacle, but he's dealing with something, and I don't know what it was, but I pray for him and his family. So, you know, that's the weight of coaching young people today. And, you know, they're going through a lot, way more than I went through growing up. So, yeah, just a sad story, but sad fate. And again, I pray for him. But I also know there's probably someone on my team going through something very similar. And so, in what ways can I be there for them? Can we all be there for them? I think that's the blessing we have of having another week together. So I'm grateful for it. I've challenged our guys all week to be great teammates, to rally together, to come together, and not just for TJ, but for every single guy on this team. And for the guys even that aren't on the trip, that are home, just be there for everybody. So that's what we're trying to build. And it's maybe old school and kind of it's not in vogue anymore. Everything's about the transfer portal and, you know, rev share, but I still think young people probably need people that care about them. So that's never more evident today. So thank you guys. I hope you guys are all well as well.
What a great man.
That's real.
That's real.
And that spoke from the heart.
Made me feel more respect for him.
Yeah, he's he gets it, and Coach Sark probably had a meeting with his team, talking about these types of things. If you're going through something, don't be afraid to talk about it.
If you don't come talk to me, go come talk to somebody.
Exactly. We'll get this thing turned around and start having a little bit of fun today on a Feel Good Football Friday edition. Bill O'Brien. Come on, man. Bill O'Brien. Let's talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
We're Madison Square Garden. Well, Dick Vitale would come in. Craig, it's good to see you. How are you? It's awesome with a capital A. I think Rick Barnes has an outstanding team. I said, Dick, I appreciate the time. Thanks very much. Rick, it's great to see you. I hear Dan Schulman, who's doing the play-by-play, goes, you realize you just called Craig Rick? He goes, Craig, wait, you got to let me straighten it out. You got to give me another chance. Let me fix it.
Hang out with Craig on AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug 'em.
Slow traffic to report 35 northbound between FM 1626 and Stastny Lane, about an 8-minute delay there. Good news, though, coming out of the area. Accident did clear out 35 southbound at Breaker Lane. Now, we still have a little bit of heavy traffic from Howard Lane. This is still about a 7-minute delay. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. It was a fast and furious start in Austin, Texas, as the Texas Longhorns struck on the very first play of the game, with Arch Manning hitting Ryan Wingo for a 75-yard touchdown, electrifying the DKR Texas Memorial Stadium crowd against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Manning was locked in all night, 328 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, and no turnovers. And that Texas Texas defense came to play. 6 sacks and a stifling effort that held the Vanderbilt Commodores to just 58 yards rushing through 3 quarters. Texas led 34-10 before the Commodores made it interesting late, but the Horns got the onside kick to go out of bounds and held on to win 34-31. Texas moves to 7-2, 4-1 in SEC play, and of course stand firmly in the playoff conversation. Arch Manning continues growing, the defensive pass rush is improving, and the Texas Longhorns are finding ways to win. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Sometimes you don't need a plan, you just need chicken. Hot, crispy, juicy chicken made fresh, never frozen every time you walk through the door. Tubble 22 is your neighborhood hot chicken spot with scratch-made sides, cold drinks, and southern hospitality that feels like home. From spicy sandwiches to that perfect buttermilk pie, we've got your sweet and spicy cravings covered. Austin, you've got a new favorite. Tubble 22. Come hungry, leave happy, and maybe a little on fire.
For over 80 years, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has been putting our community first. With 24 locations across the greater Austin area, we're here to help with every stage of life. Buying a car or home, saving for family, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Enjoy high deposit rates, low loan rates, and no monthly service fees. Plus, manage your money anytime with our powerful digital banking tools, including credit score monitoring and budgeting made easy. Open your account today online or in person. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA.
From NBA champion Stephen Curry comes Shot Ready, a powerful, never-before-seen look at the mindset that changed the game.
I fell in love with the grind. You have to find joy in the work you do when no one else is around. Success is not an accident. I'm passing the ball to you. Let's go.
Steph Curry redefined basketball. Now he's rewriting what it means to succeed. Order your copy of the New York Times bestseller, Shot Ready, today at StephenCurryBook.com.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $150,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com. Together, let's drive.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em horns.
Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It feels good football Friday edition of the morning kickoff. But the Longhorns have a bye week. So we are going to look around some of the college football areas and see what all is happening. Coming up in the next segment, the Hard Knocks Life segment, we'll be talking Heisman Trophy leaders. Who's leading on the board? And we'll see how you all feel about that. We'll also have our Covert Huddle plays of the week. We'll put that up on our social media page. There's a lot of good things that have happened this week. We'll also talk NFL because, you know, there's a lot of teams and a lot of people out there still hating on a team, but they always get the views. So we'll talk about that as well. But right now, I want to get into a conversation about two different coaches that are dealing with things a little bit different than others. One of those coaches is Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien, former Houston Texans head coach, a guy that has made his way across the NFL and college football landscape. Now, Bill O'Brien went back to college and he took over the Boston College Eagles. And you would think over the past couple years, they've done pretty well. They've done some things. Bill's been a big help.
And you would
in
think
college.
that Bill would be a significant upgrade too.
Absolutely. Well, things aren't good in Boston College. They stink. As a matter of fact, they stink, but they are 0-5 in conference play. They are 1-8 overall. And Bill O'Brien, at his presser, had the audacity to be a little upset at one reporter who really called out your flaws.
Coach, wondering, do you have a message for the fans? Obviously losing to Notre Dame, Catholic school rival, 1-8 now in the season BC. I've heard from a lot of fans. I just really
I'm really glad. You know, I'm glad you're down. I'm not down. Nobody's down. We're fighting. We're competing. You know, it's the second year of this program, Mike. You always come in here with these down questions. Like you show up like once a month or something like that. You come in here with these down questions. I'm not down. I don't know what year you graduated from BC, but this is a program that we're building. Okay. Nobody here's down. We're positive. We're going to show up and play our asses off against SMU. You can go out there in your dark, clouded world or whatever it is and do what you want to do. We're not down. The sun is up and we're fighting. That's my message to the fans. What's up, Trevor?
Oh, no! We suck again!
What's up, Trevor?
At the end, he was done with Mike, and then he was like, what's up,
Mike,
Trevor?
you're done. Hey, somebody come and remove Mike from the room, please. Like Mike, poor Mike. Mike made a statement. He didn't even get to ask the question.
Hey, I'm hearing from a lot of fans.
Shut up, Mike. He might as well have just said, shut up. I'm talking now.
Wait.
The sun is still up, Mike.
Exactly. Marcus, can you play that again, please?
Yeah.
Because I want you to hear how quick he went from 0 to 100. He says, I hear from a lot of fans. You lose to Notre Dame, it's a rival, and now you're 1-8.
Coach, wondering, do you have a message for the fans? Obviously losing to Notre Dame, Catholic school rival, 1-8 now in the season BC. I've heard from a lot of fans. I just really
I'm really glad. You know, I'm glad you're down. I'm not down. Nobody's down. We're fighting. We're competing. You know, it's the second year of this program, Mike. You always come in here with these down questions. Like you show up like once a month or something like that. You come in here with these down questions. I'm not down. I don't know what year you graduated from BC, but this is a program that we're building. Okay. Nobody here's down. We're positive. We're going to show up and play our asses off against SMU. You can go out there in your dark, clouded world or whatever it is and do what you want to do. We're not down. The sun is up and we're fighting. That's my message to the fans. What's up, Trevor?
Hey, hold on. I gotta go back. To this. He said, okay. And I can visualize that scene where people go, this is Roy. And Roy knew that he had messed up.
Want to get away?
Hey, when he said, okay, he saw Satan come out.
Yeah.
He saw the change in Bill's face. Bill went off to the point to where he had to collect himself.
Yes. Yeah, because he was about to go way out there.
He stopped. He didn't say what he really wanted to say.
Oh, yeah.
He was about to cuss.
Yeah.
And man, I'm so glad that he's got the kind of composure that that you need to be a head coach.
What's up, Trevor?
Yeah, that's it. Mike, he told Mike basically,
shut up, Mike.
You show up one time. You show up once a month. Yeah, and you always bringing that doom and gloom in here. Bro, you 1-8.
Everybody was already sad, Mike. We know we're 1-8, Mike. We don't need you to bring it back up.
What do you say, Mark? Shut up, Mike. I'm not dealing with Mike. Well, somebody else that's not happy with the performance of his team is Dabo Swinney. Dabo Swinney and his Clemson Tigers sit at 2-4 in conference play, 3-5 overall. It is absolutely a down year for the Clemson Tigers. And Dabo was going crazy on the sideline with his team because they gave up a lead. But now he's taking it all out on the officiating, and he is not happy either.
It's impactful. So, as opposed to just getting a report on Monday, you turn in 10. We had a game. I'm not criticizing. I can't tell you. I ain't going to tell you the game. I'm not going to say the game, but we're only allowed to turn in, there's a system of accountability, but y'all don't know anything about it. It's behind a curtain. How dare we have accountability? In the meantime, we got gambling issues going on, people being suspended, all that kind of stuff, right? Yep. I mean, refs are people too. It ain't just coaches and players. And if they're a part of the game, then by God, they ought to be a part of the game. And they ought to be a part of the accountability, and they ought to be a part of the consequences, not just behind some shadowy curtain. Like, no, they ought to have to answer for it. And listen, there's judgment calls and all that. And I mean, we just have to disagree to disagree. But there's also absolute flat out misses with no consequences. And, and you get a shoot, we're allowed to turn in 10 calls. All right. And so we had a game earlier this year that we lost. I had 14 I wanted to turn in, but I only turned in 10. All right. I thought 8 were wrong, but got back. Yep. Missed it. 5 of the 10 were wrong. And I mean, these are game-changing calls. Obvious pass interference, not called. That takes you off the field. But, we just get this will be addressed with the crew and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Yeah, but you ain't no public. There's no public accountability. Ain't none of that. So that's the system. The system needs to change. It needs to be changed. There needs to be challenge opportunity, and we need full-time officials. If you're going to have this type of stakes, it needs to be full-time officials.
Yep, I agree with that.
What's up, Trevor?
I agree with the fact you do need full-time officials.
You do.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Can I ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Can I get a little Dabo?
Man.
Can you give me a little Dabo, please? Just
by God, we got I don't know about no accountability. We're going to talk about the accountability. We don't want to do that. It's going to be behind a curtain. We're going to be behind a curtain.
a dark curtain.
A dark curtain. Dabo was not happy.
He was hot, man.
Yes. And I understand it. We talk about it. We talked about it after every game. We're like, what is going on with the officiating?
Listen, you know that I lost my mind at the Mississippi State game.
Yeah.
Because there were like 5 calls, 3 of which were could have hurt Hardge.
Yeah.
Like they were bad and nobody said nothing.
Yeah,
so I understand what Dabo's saying.
Yeah, it's a definitely an interesting.
But I love seeing people mad, though.
Oh my goodness. But we gave you 2 of them.
Yeah,
Bill O'Brien and Dabo Swinney.
You made my day.
Coming up next, we're going to talk Heisman Trophy frontrunners. Do you believe who would be your pick? Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
We have slow traffic to report in the Travis area, 35 northbound between FM 1626 and Stastny Lane, setting you back about 9 minutes. Good news, that accident did clear out, though, Congress Avenue at US 290. Also, disabled vehicle cleared out 35 northbound at Airport Boulevard. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just 1 pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
You know, Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beet Heart Chews also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beets Heart Chews.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
At Bank of America, we asked our teammates, what makes this company a great place to work?
There's very little that you can't accomplish working for Bank of America.
If you prove yourself, you can try over in a totally new way.
You can learn so much here. You're the owner of your career.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
The Spurs take on the Rockets tonight in NBA Cup play. Guard De'Aaron Fox is out with a hamstring injury. Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon was found dead by police due to an apparent suicide. He was 24 years old. Thursday Night Football, a real barn burner in Denver as the Broncos outlast the Raiders 10-7 for their 7th straight win. I'm Ronta Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
I'm Cal Penn, and on my new podcast, Here We Go Again, we'll take today's trends and headlines and ask, why does history keep repeating itself? Each week, I'm calling up my friends like Bill Nye, Lily Singh, and Pete Buttigieg to talk about everything from the space race to psychedelics.
You're a citizen of Earth, Cal.
My goal here is for you to listen and feel a little better about the future. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Here We Go Again with Cal Penn, and listen now.
Wake up with Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you sit here and at the beginning of the season, everybody has these hopes and dreams. It's like everything else. Basketball season just started. Everybody's looking at the Final Four and a national championship. High school basketball is getting ready to start their season. Everybody's looking to get to San Antonio. It is all about the vision. At the beginning of the season, everybody has this vision. You got personal goals, you got team goals, and of course, you have long-term goals. Well, at the beginning of the season, a lot of people were hyped up for the Heisman Trophy. There was guys that you thought were going to be there, guys that you hoped was going to be there, and then there was some that were already anointed. Well, that's why you play the game. You have to go out there and you got to play. And not only do you have to play well, your team needs to be playing well also. Because the journey is going to be just that. There's going to be some ebbs and flows in football. Everything's not always going to be perfect. You're going to start the season, you're going to lose a game by 7 points, you're going to win a game by 7 points. And it changes the whole dynamic. You're going to hit a bump in the road halfway through the season that you're now trying to fight through. So as these names are being called as the Heisman Trophy candidates, it's become interesting because here we are now at week 9 of the college football season, and you're realizing that, hey, things are a little bit different now. Things are shaping up in another fashion. And so some teams are getting better, some teams are getting worse, but some teams are staying the same. And that is a good thing if you're undefeated, if you're staying the same and you're undefeated. So the college football betting lines that are out there, and this is courtesy of DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLE. These are for entertainment purposes for us.
Thank you.
Yes. But the odds are out, and this was the Heisman Trophy ceremony is Sunday, December the 7th, or Saturday, excuse me. They will give away the Heisman Trophy in December, first weekend of December. So here are the odds that are out there right now. Coming in at number 1, quarterback from Ohio State, the number 1 team in the land, Julian Sayin. And if you go and look at his numbers, he has been playing very consistent at Ohio State. He's been leading that operation flawlessly. There's been some opportunities there. There's been that game number 1. The numbers weren't huge, but they end up winning 14-7. Then you look at Indiana's quarterback, somebody you probably didn't know, Fernando Mendoza, a guy that has been put on the platform. He's a 6'5" quarterback, looks good. Indiana continues to punch people in the face and continues to play well. He's at plus 240. Then you have Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson. Remember, we talked about this. People were losing their mind after Alabama lost their first game, and it was over. They were trying to get Kalen DeBoer out of there. Well, they are sitting as the number 4 team in the nation in the initial college football playoffs. The biggest surprise for me is Marcel Reed. Not because he's not deserving, is because we thought he was going to be good. We didn't know that A&M was going to be this good. Folks in Aggie land, they probably did. But Marcel Reed has shown to be an electric quarterback that can change the dynamic of a game quickly. So Marcel Reed comes in at plus 900. The Georgia Bulldogs, number 5 ranked team in the land, comes in with their quarterback, Gunnar Stockton. He doesn't look like much, but he's out there helping that team win, and he's very consistent with what he does as the Georgia quarterback. He's brought them from behind in some victories. He's done a really good job. He's plus 2,200. Jeremiah Smith, the wide receiver, making plays, plus 2,500. He's at Ohio State. Trinidad Chambliss, quarterback, who was not the starting quarterback at the beginning of the season for Ole Miss. All he's done is put himself at number 7 in the odds makers' eyes at 2,800. Diego Pavia, regardless of what you think about him, they know that people are going to place money on him, especially Vanderbilt fans, because they just love the way he competes. And he's put Vanderbilt on the map plus 3,000. But then you start to look at some of the other names that are out there. Jeremiah Love, running back for Notre Dame. Dante Moore, quarterback for Oregon, who initially was the leader after week 3. Now he's down to number 10. CJ Carr, quarterback for Notre Dame. Notre Dame lost their first 2 games. Still don't understand how they're ranked ahead of everybody else. But Notre Dame's quarterback, CJ Carr, number 11. Haynes King, Georgia Tech. I like him. Former Aggie quarterback, now making his way at Georgia Tech, doing one hell of a job. But here's the names that I want you to think about. Carson Beck, Bear Morton, Ahmad Hardy, Grant Nussmeier, and, of course, Arch Manning. Arch Manning, Heisman hopeful. Carson Beck, Heisman hopeful at the beginning of the year. Guys that were going to go number 1, number 2. Grant Nussmeier, same thing. The odds have changed because of the way that the game is being played. If you would have never had a showing or a thought of the Heisman Trophy candidate at the beginning of the season, the favorites, the betting odds, all that stuff, where would you rank majority of these guys? It would be interesting to see. As many folks continue to say that Texas A&M, they feel like Texas A&M possibly could have been the number 1 team in the initial college football rankings. Marcel Reed might have been the leader in the Heisman Trophy candidacy. If you looked at where Arch Manning has now propelled himself with this quarterback competition, now looking like a guy that understands the speed of the game, that's been acclimated, released all the pressure off of him, you would probably put him up there as well. And John Mateer, sitting at plus 20,000, another quarterback that at one point was a Heisman Trophy favorite. That's why, like Danny Davis of the Austin American-Statesman, who you can hear every Wednesday from at 7:30, he talks about how these preseason polls and awards are just that. They're for you to get excited about and write your own narrative. But now you start to look at everybody starting to even out and the competition is starting to thicken up. I believe Arch Manning will finish in the top 10 of the Heisman Trophy candidacy if his team continues this run. And that's the Hard Knocks life. When we come back, we're going to close out hour number 1 and talk NBA, the Spurs and the Rockets tonight in SA, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Fall in Texas means one thing: Texas Longhorns football. And you won't miss a snap all season long right here on 1300 The Zone. Touchdown, Texas! Your home for the Horns. Hook 'em.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
We have slow traffic to report in the Travis area, 35 northbound between FM 1626 and Stastny Lane, setting you back about 9 minutes. Good news, that accident did clear out, though, Congress Avenue at US 290. Also, disabled vehicle cleared out 35 northbound at Airport Boulevard. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Every now and then I rinse it out, and I need to be rinsed tonight, and I need it more. I can't rest the bed and the smell never leaves. I don't know what to do, I'm always in the dark. The sweat and that short smells like a dog car. I'm down here rinsing tonight.
Downy Rinse fights stubborn odors in just one wash. When impossible odors get stuck in,
Rinse it out.
Black Friday is happening now at the Home Depot, which means it's time to get your home ready for all your holiday moments and traditions.
Hi.
Hey. Right now, you can bring home holiday magic with our wide assortment of dazzling pre-lit trees under $99. Spend more time creating memories and less time assembling with Quick Connect technology that makes it easy to set up your new tree in a few clicks.
Wow.
Hurry in for Black Friday happening now at the Home Depot.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya Guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
When it comes to getting a new car, trust is important, and you can trust the gang at Apple Leasing. They've been in Austin for over 30 years, hundreds and hundreds of customers, and a lot of them, most of them, are return customers because they get such a great deal and great service from Apple Leasing. You can lease any make or any model that you want with one phone call. Call them at 512-346-9977. Again, that number, 512-346-9977. The car you're driving right now, yeah, you can trade it in and get into something that's brand new with all the latest and greatest technology. And what I think is the best part, it's under warranty. So for the life of the lease, no surprise repair bills. Call them today. 512-346-9977. Of course, you can shop them online as well, appleleasing.com. Call them, though, 512-346-9977.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Live concerts. Getting back to the moments we miss starts with getting informed. Get the latest info about COVID-19 vaccines at getvaccineanswers.org. It's up to you. Brought to you by iHeartRadio and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
You know, we've been talking about these types of moments for quite some time, and we get a chance to get our first action when it comes to the Houston Rockets taking on the San Antonio Spurs in group play of the, what do they call it, in-season tournament that is going on. The Rockets and the Spurs, 6:30 tonight on Prime Video. And both of these teams come in 5-2. The Rockets 5-2 and 3-1 on the road. The Spurs are 5-2 and 3-0 at home. Spurs, the Rockets are a 3.5-point favorite according to ESPN Bet. And this matchup is interesting in so many levels. We talked early in the season about the Rockets and how their entire starting lineup is ridiculously long. I think all of them are like 6'11", or they said that their wingspan is like 7'5". You know that Wemby's 7'5". And so Wemby, we talked about this yesterday. Wemby cannot be the only one to try to help this team win. This is going to be a knockdown, drag-out matchup between two of the best teams in the West, two teams that we all believe are going to be in the the Southwest standings, that are going to be at the table when it comes to the final whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be they're going to be in the top 4 teams in the West.
Yeah.
And this could shake out to be the tightest Western Conference championship series of all time, because I really do think that San Antonio, Houston, Denver, and Los Angeles is going to be in there. Everybody keeps saying Oklahoma City. It's hard as a champion to go back. And Oklahoma City could, I don't know if they'll be able to beat Denver again like they did. They barely beat Denver. Barely.
But you aren't saying that they're not going to be in the conversation, right?
They're going to be in the conversation.
Okay.
It's going to be really, really tight.
A key is they didn't lose anyone.
Right.
And they're getting Williams back because he hadn't played yet either, just like LeBron hadn't
Denver
played.
would have won that series if Gordon didn't get hurt. Remember, Gordon hurt his hamstring, and those last 2 games, Gordon was a non-factor.
Yeah.
And in that series, in the second game they played, I think Gordon had like 40 points.
Yeah.
So, like, Oklahoma City got lucky that, Gordon, fell lame.
Right.
So we'll see.
Well, the Rockets are 5-0 in their last 5. The Spurs have lost the last 2 games. They lost to Phoenix 130-118, and then they lost a heartbreaker to the LA Lakers the other night, 118-116, where Wemby fouled out of the ball game. So it'll be an interesting look to see what is going to happen for the Spurs. Kelly Olynyk, he's a game time decision. Jeremy Sohan, he is a game time decision as well. Dorian Finney-Smith is out for the Rockets. Steven Adams is a game time decision for the Rockets as well.
That's a linchpin right there, because you need somebody to be able to push Wemby around, and they'll sorely miss him. I mean, they have other guys, big guys, but you needed a grunt to be down there to kind of bully Wemby a little bit.
Well, it's interesting because they have, I know I said that the line is a modest -3.5, but the money line is -165, which means they really believe that the Houston Rockets are going to win this game and win this game convincingly. That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because we want to see them match up. I want to see this matchup.
I'll definitely be watching the game. The University of Texas women, kind of takes the precedence, but I'll be flipping back and forth.
Injuries. De'Aaron Fox is still day-to-day. Dylan Harper is out for he's got a calf injury for the Spurs. Obviously, that Fred VanVleet is out for the season. But as I said, Dorian Finney-Smith and Steven Adams will be some guys to pay attention to. In other games tonight that we were possibly looking at and what we were thinking was going to be tough, the Dallas Mavericks, they are at Memphis. We talked about Ja Morant, what that situation is going to be. It was funny. A buddy of mine yesterday was saying, I bought my son some tickets. We're going to go see Memphis play against San Antonio when they come in December. I said, is he a Memphis fan or is he a Spurs fan? Because if he a Memphis fan, Ja may not be there by then.
Yeah.
He said, don't tell me that. Them tickets wasn't cheap.
If he's a Ja fan, he might end up in Orlando.
No, what are they saying? Like they did Kawhi Leonard. He's going to Toronto. He's going to Toronto. Or Charlotte. Send his butt to Charlotte.
Well, Charlotte, they're going to be all right.
Man, you know what him and LaMelo Ball will be doing on that team?
If Jagosaurus.
Who took too many shots? We all are taking those shots.
Half court.
For sure. You looking at Charlotte, and Charlotte is 3-5. It's still early, and you look at what Memphis is. Memphis is a team that I know they're 3-6, so they have to make a move. The Pelicans were talking about, good Zion's back. Well, he is 2-6, along with Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks. What are the Mavericks going to do to get back into this?
They need a guard. They need a point guard. Everybody's waiting. No, you said Dallas?
Yeah. Ja Morant?
No.
You don't go get him?
No, sir. Please don't do that to the Texas team. We don't want him here. Send him to Toronto. Please don't send him to Dallas. And what would you have to give up?
Yeah.
You telling me, Ja in Dallas in that atmosphere, he's not handling Memphis well. What do you think he's gonna do in Dallas?
Man, he go to jail in Dallas
quickly. As soon as he
He
get off
won't
the
make
plane,
it 2 weeks.
He'll be like Antonio Brown. As soon as he goes somewhere, they
gonna
got
extradite him.
They got us.
No, please don't even think about it.
No, but you start looking
Kyrie
at some
Irving
of this
will be
team.
back soon.
Yeah, but but when? Because they're saying he's doing good in practice, but they're not in a rush to bring him back. You are 2-6.
You want him to? That's early. They got 82 games.
Where's street clothes at?
Street clothes is hurt.
Exactly.
Wearing street clothes.
Exactly. You need to have a spark. You don't have it. And if Dwight Powell is playing too much for you, you might as well quit basketball. He is playing
Why
too.
you picking on Dwight?
I do not like Dwight around your beard. When we come back,
Dwight around your mouth.
When we come back, hour number 2 is just around the corner. College football, NFL football, and of course, we've got Texas Longhorn hoops right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
What's up, Trevor?
Mark Henry here. If you want to start your day the sweet way, I have just the place for you. Shipley's Donuts in Dripping Springs. Since 1936, Shipley's has been a Texas tradition, and they've been putting out hot, fresh donuts and kolaches every morning. Swing by 13341 West Highway 290. Open at 5 a.m. daily. Classic glaze, savory kolaches, joy in every bite. You on your way to school, work, practice? Skip the line. Order ahead on the Shipley's app. Fresh, fast, delicious. That's Shipley's in Dripping Springs. Take it from me. They're the best.
You know what your customers are doing right this second? The exact same thing you are, listening to me. Which, let's be honest, is kind of flattering. But my point is, ads on iHeartRadio actually get heard. In the car, at the gym, on the couch, while people are walking their dogs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. That's right, you're a good boy. So why not make the next ad about you? Get started today. Call 844-844-iHeart or go to iHeartAdvertising.com. That's 844-844-iHeart or iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hey, it's Hardball Hardge of AM 1300, The Zone, and I'll be joined by Ann Hudson of 96.7 KISS FM as we wind down Wednesday, and we're merging it with tailgate season November the 19th at Kane and Abel's. Whether you're winding down your midweek or gearing up for the kickoff, Stella Rosa Wines is the perfect refresher. Semi-sweet, semi-sparkling, and full of flavor. Stella Rosa Black, Peach, or Red. You can't lose. My go-to is Stella Rosa Black. It's always on point. And during happy hour, we're giving away tickets to Ariana Grande at the Moody Center in June, all while you celebrate alongside Stella Rosa Wines.
Thanksgiving dinner is high stakes. All it takes is one dried out turkey and the whole meal is ruined. That's why I use Chef IQ Sense. It's wireless cooking thermometers. The USDA says the turkey needs to hit 165 Fahrenheit to be safe. But your eyes can't always tell you. Chef IQ can. You're roasting, grilling, pan-searing, smoking. It's got you covered. Insert the sensor. You tell the app what you're cooking, and then it alerts you when to flip it over, remove it from heat, even how long it needs to rest. It's like having that personal chef right there watching over your stove while you spend more time with family and friends. Just perfectly cooked meals. Nothing dried out, no more oven peaking, and it's not just for turkey. Steaks, chicken, fish, you name it. You'll wonder how you ever cooked without it. Plus, the ultimate gift, perfect for the seasoned chefs or the kitchen rookies. Get 20% off site-wide at chefiq.com. Use the promo code Dan. ChefIQ.com, promo code Dan.
Your Valpak Blue Envelope of Savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
Your radio just got a digital upgrade.
With the free iHeartRadio app, you can save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts.
With easy presets.
It's your personal audio passport. Get what millions already have.
The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
You've messed up your daughter's haircut. Do you A, get spiritual?
Mom, where's the mirror?
Beauty is within. Oh.
B, find the positives?
Less time blow drying, more time texting?
Or C, show empathy?
Mom, you really don't have to.
Twinsies.
I kinda love it. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on adoption, visit adoptuskids.org. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of a feel-good Football Friday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball Hardge, world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry, and our guy Marcus behind the boards. The Dallas Cowboys dealt with the loss of Marshawn Nealon as he ended up taking his life, and we had an opportunity to handle that at the early part of this. This is Movember. So always remember that mental health is real, and it's okay to not be okay. Just go out and talk to someone and try to find some help as easy as you possibly can. We also talked about the Texas Longhorns being on a bye, but Bill O'Brien and Dabo Swinney gave us great coaching talk throughout the process. Trevor? And we got a chance to figure out who Trevor and who Mike was, because Bill O'Brien did not like Mike, but he did love him some Trevor. We also went through the Heisman Trophy front runners, and right now Julian Sayin is the front runner, the quarterback for Ohio State. Arch Manning is at plus 20,000. Marcel Reed, quarterback for the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies, is sitting at plus 900, and the Spurs and the Rockets play each other tonight in San Antonio. I wanted to get into this because both of these teams happen to be on a bye, but they are the most viewed football teams in the NFL this year. And the question was asked, who would be considered the NFL's new team as America's team? Well, it seems like the moniker is changing its ways. It seems because of the viewership through the first 9 weeks of the NFL season. And this week, it'll be a different team because of the fact the Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs aren't playing this week. So as I looked at these numbers, the top 10 highest game audiences on as the NFL enters week 10 has come across the halfway point. The Cowboys occupy a league high 5 spots of the 10, but the Chiefs have the second most watched games in the NFL. Week 2, the Eagles and the Chiefs, 33.8 million people watched that game on Fox. Wow. Week 9, the Chiefs and the Bills, we just saw that last week, 30.9 million people watched it on CBS. Week 1, the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles, 28.3 people watched it on NBC. The Lions and the Chiefs, week 6, 27.4 million on NBC. The Buccaneers and the 49ers, week 6, They also had 26.9 million on CBS. Week 4, Cowboys, Packers, 26.9 on NBC.
I would have thought there would have been more people watch that.
That's a lot of people still.
Still a lot.
Still a lot of people. Week 7, Cowboys versus the Commanders, 25.6. Watch that. Packers Steelers, week 8, 25.5. Cowboys Bears, week 3, 25.4. Cowboys Broncos, week 8, 25.3. The Kansas City Chiefs have played 3 of the 10 most watched games this season, all inside the top 4, with week 3 Sunday Night Football matchup against the Giants nearly missed the top 10 list. They had 25.3. So the question remains, who is truly America's team? Is it the Chiefs or is it the Dallas Cowboys?
I would think that the team that wins the most.
That would be the Chiefs.
That would be the Chiefs.
Well, here's the interesting part. Thanksgiving, the Cowboys and the Chiefs play each other on Thanksgiving Day. That might break the record to be the most watched NFL game of the season.
Wow. You said 30 million?
The biggest one was 33.
33.
33 million.
We got to keep an eye on that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I believe that is definitely what's going to happen. Also this weekend, a lot of big games. As I said, the Dallas Cowboys and Kansas City Chiefs are on a bye, but you have Baltimore at Minnesota. That game kicks off at 12 p.m. New England at Tampa Bay. That's one of the big games of the weekend. The Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. That game is at 3:25. And the nightcap, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the LA Chargers at 7:15 on Sunday Night Football.
Not a pick. I think that game will be a lot like last night's game. It's going to be boring.
Oh, my goodness. Speaking of last night, what the heck were we watching last night?
You know what, man? I told you, in the middle of the second quarter, I fell asleep.
Yeah. They stink. That game, to me, was the equivalent of watching paint dry.
It was the most boring game. You can dictate the plays. Like, I mean, maybe it was something, we missed something, and it was just they made a defensive jog. I mean, like, the coaches called the defensive games of their lives.
Well, we talked about it going to at the end of the show yesterday. We were talking about the fact that it is a divisional game. It is a game where they know each other so well. It's within a division. There's a lot riding on it.
It's like a playoff.
We didn't know what was going to happen with Geno Smith. We were trying to figure out which Geno. He didn't get much help either. I mean, they were dropping passes all over the place and big passes down the field. You look at Bo Nix. This is a straight-up roller coaster ride every single week with him because one week he looks amazing. The next week he looked like he hadn't played quarterback before.
But he still won.
And they won again. That's what I'm saying. This is the Kansas City Chiefs version of last year. One-score games. The Chiefs, won 11 of them?
Yeah, they won a lot.
And now they're fighting through this. One game we did not mention is the New York Jets. The New York Jets and what they have now become is a
laughing stock.
Well, that definitely has been part of the conversation. But they become a shell of themselves because there is no players there. They're top players except for one, and that is Garrett Wilson. He talked yesterday, but they take on the Cleveland Browns, and that's one of Marcus's picks because he feels the way Garrett Wilson does. I just got to go out here and play. But the Jets, they're in turmoil.
Like I said, I don't get paid to have a vision. They do. Yeah. And you know, they got one. And I got to trust them, man. I do.
But when you lose two good players like that, it's obviously going to be harder.
Yeah, you know, my emotions, like that side of it, I hate it. You know what I'm saying? I play football. I play with my brothers. I get to know my brothers. I hate it. But you know, I'm paid to play football. No one cares if I hate it. Go catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it. And yeah, man, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my job to the best of my ability so that stuff like that, they feel like they can keep us all together. That's the reality of this thing. You don't win games. You know, things change.
He was not happy.
What a mature young man, though.
Oh, yeah.
And this is an opportunity, Hardge, when adversity hits like this in a sport like football or basketball or baseball, it's the next man up mentality. It gives opportunity for somebody to go and prove themselves. Who's going to be that guy? If I'm the coach, I'm saying, listen, we're not just going to hand out money. You see all these draft picks we got?
Mm-hmm.
We are bringing people in to take your spot. Prove to me that you deserve to be here. If not, and you want to mail it in, hey, then do what you do. You will not be here next season. Like this, if you ever was going to say that, this is the time, because it's 100% the truth, and you might find a diamond amongst all the coal. You might, because they got a lot of coal over there. I'm just saying right now. They got enough coal over there to keep the whole state warm.
Which is why it is frustrating to see what has happened for Garrett Wilson. Because think about when he came into the league, he was ready. He was going to be the guy. And then all of a sudden, he got like 17 quarterbacks that he's had to go through. He's still trying to find the rhythm. He's one, going back to what we talked about with Breece Hall, those are the two players that have to sit there and take it, because nothing else is going to be.
It's going to be a blessing in disguise. I think it'll be a lot like Detroit. They're going to go through that pain for a year, and then next year they're going to bring in people. They have, first it was the Cowboys. The Cowboys had the most money. They had $32 million under the cap. Now the Jets have the most money under the cap. Not only do they have 2 first-round draft picks, they have 2 second-round picks. And they have all the money. The best free agents that could help Garrett will be at the Jets next season. They're going to make them all. I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Leadership is still there. Woody Johnson is still there. There's not going to be some resurrection of great play, because you know who walked out that door the other day? A first-round pick in Sauce Gardner. Top pick. You know who else walked out of there? Quentin Williams, a top pick. We've seen this movie before.
They had a lot of money.
What we talk about the other day? My Halloween costume, the vampire in Brooklyn. That's exactly who's running their thing. They got to drive a stake through him for them to be able to get this thing right. They are terrible when you start to look at it. We'll be back in just a moment to have more conversations. Big games are being played this weekend. And was there a premonition when it came to the Aggies? We'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football.
Touchdown! Texas wins!
We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now.
AM 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
We have some road debris blocking the left lane. This is going to be 35 southbound right at Howard Lane, causing a 10-minute delay. Stop and go traffic now back from Grand Avenue Parkway. Some more slow traffic to report. 35 northbound between FM 1626 and Stastey Lane. That's about a 10-minute setback there. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
It's a little quiet on the border these days.
illegal border crossings at an all-time low because Donald Trump and Senator John Cornyn have been fighting side by side to seal the border. Cornyn has led the charge in the Senate, funding more agents, more technology, and more miles of secure border wall, beating back Biden's border failures, taking the fight directly to the cartels. Cornyn stands with President Trump, voting with him 99% of the time, supporting Trump's nominees, confirming conservative judges who defend our Constitution, and together, Trump and Cornyn put America first. They've worked to keep our families safe and our border defended. Yep, it's quieter on the border now because real leadership gets results. Call and thank Senator John Cornyn, 713-572-3337, and tell him to keep delivering Trump's agenda. Paid for by Lone Star Freedom Project, LoneStarFreedomProject.com.
Heating and air and plumbing. Call us because we care. American Standard Air.
Chris and Kyle here. We're Elite AC and Plumbing, the local guys. Unexpected plumbing problems can be a hassle. From running toilets, clogged pipes, to new water heaters and water softeners, we've got you covered. Give us a call for your commercial and residential needs.
American Standard Air. Elite heating and air and plumbing. Call us because we care.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Every morning, we rise and shine, make breakfast, and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature-Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature-Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Leaf Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda,
You'll love it at Leaf.
That's right, you'll love it. At any Leaf Johnson location, what you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leaf.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at LeafJohnsonFord.com.
You'll love it at Leaf.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio makes it incredibly easy to always be up to date on your favorite podcast? When you find a favorite, make sure to tap that follow button. Yep, just like on Instagram. So if you figure that out, you got this. Hit that follow and you'll get notifications as soon as new episodes drop. Your followed podcasts are collected in your library for instant access, and we'll download the latest episodes right to your phone so you don't have to stream them, and you can listen offline without the internet. And you get all this for the low, low price of free. Yep. If you're looking for that great podcast experience, you don't need another app. We've got all that covered for you free with iHeartRadio. #1 for music, radio, and podcasting, all in one app.
iHeartRadio. Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Coming up in the next segment, we'll have the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest man. Then we'll close out the show and into the weekend. We got a good weekend for Texas men's and women's basketball. They get their first appearance at home to start the season. Well, first appearance for the men, second appearance for the women. All right, let's get into this conversation, man, because this weekend is a big weekend in so many ways when it comes to college football. You don't have as many marquee games, but as you know, when the season rolls on, things start to happen. Positioning start to change. And this weekend, you've got Northwestern playing against USC. That is tonight in the top 25. Tomorrow morning to kick off the day, you got Indiana taking on Penn State, which we thought was going to be a huge game. but it ends up not being one. Now you have at 11 a.m. on ABC, ESPN's Game Day is in Lubbock, Texas. That's right, folks. Lubbock, Texas is hosting a big-time matchup between BYU, the number 7th ranked team and undefeated team, 5-0 in the Big 12, against Texas Tech Red Raiders, 8-1 on the year, 5-1 in the Big 12. They are a 11.5-point favorite. The ticket price for that game, tickets are as low as $407.
You said as low. That's a deal.
As low. That is as low as you getting to get into that ball game. They got to pay all them players, man. They ain't slashing ticket prices no more. You can't pick that up at the Randalls. You can't pick that up at the HEB. You got to go in there and get your real tickets now. And this is a big time matchup. Another big matchup that is going on is the number 3 ranked Texas A&M Fighting Aggies taking on the Missouri Tigers. Now, before the season started, there was a conversation that was had on SEC Network. Our girl Alyssa Lang had this to say about Texas A&M as the season gets ready to roll.
We're handing out bold predictions all week long. That's what we do this week,
Playoffs?
Right? This morning, I guess this would make them a playoff team. I want to put their schedule up again if we can. I said that if they go to Notre Dame, week 3, and beat the Irish, I could very well see a path where they're 10-1 going into Austin.
Ooh.
Hello
there.
Hello.
Man, you talk about being able to foresee Miss Cleo. Calling me now. She
called me now for your free reading.
She did that.
Right.
That was very Nostradamus-like.
She was on that, and I know that Billy Lucci had something to do with that. He was pumping her full of the information and saying this team is going to be a little bit different.
Need to check her bookie.
Exactly. Good point.
Whoa.
She might be in there. Hey, she might be on the. She ain't on the tape. She is receiving the money. You know what I'm talking about? You start looking at how this is being played out. Texas A&M sitting at 8-0, 5-0 in the SEC, going up against a Missouri team that has got the old shucks, woe is me type of thought process, because everybody's forgetting that Missouri's there too, and now they got to go to Columbia, play there. The one thing that I continue to look at this Texas A&M team, their defense is playing phenomenal. They're playing really good.
They're
on
playing
the
very
side.
consistent and at all levels.
Right.
There's no one standout star. It's everybody It's a collective defense. And that running game, like they stopped the running game. Texas is going to have to really get on this running game these next 3 weeks, because if A&M comes here, which they are going to come here, when A&M comes here, they're going to bring that defense with them, because what do they say about defense, Hardge?
It always travels.
It always travels.
And it wins championships.
Texas is, but one thing about Texas beating A&M in that last game is A&M will not fall far, because both of them will be top teams. The most that you'll fall in that game, if Texas is able to handle business, A&M wouldn't fall, but maybe to 6. Well, maybe 7.
That all depends too what happens at this weekend, because one thing that I know about Missouri, they can run the football. They believe in their running back, Ahmad Hardy. He was a guy that I talked about.
Yeah,
possible Heisman Trophy guy. Their quarterback situation is a little bit different, because they've been dealing with a bunch of injuries at that position, but they find a way to keep it going. And you know as well as I do, going to Columbia and getting ready to play a game in Missouri in the middle of the day is like, it's going to be tough. I'm glad that A&M should be glad it's not a night game, because anything can happen there, the winds and everything else. But this is a big-time matchup for both of these teams, especially on the next level. Texas A&M is getting a lot of love. People were saying they should have been the number 1 team. Joey Galloway fighting for them, saying, I don't understand how I don't understand how Texas A&M is not the number 1 team when you look at their resume compared to others. all that fighting that was going on with that. But now you start to see this is a opportunity for the world to see and the nation to see exactly what that team has become. Another game tonight that is going to be interesting is Marcus's Houston Cougars, and they'll be taking on UCF. That game kicks off at 7 o'clock on FS1. I mentioned the game with Northwestern and USC. USC, the number 19th ranked team. And this is the biggest game of the night, is Tulane versus Memphis. Memphis is that team that is looking to be that automatic bid. If they can win their conference, they're the team that is going to upset the apple cart and get a team out of the college football playoffs that probably is more deserving, but that one G5 team that is allowed to get into this running, Memphis is the one that was put into that spot on Selection Tuesday. So Memphis hosting Tulane, a Tulane team that was hot at the beginning of the year. They were expected to do big things, and they ended up, they're 6-2, but they haven't played well.
I don't know. I think that 6-2 should be good enough to keep everything rolling.
Well, here's the deal. The matchup predictor, they have Memphis at 73.1% of winning this game. I don't know what
70 what?
73.1% prediction of winning this game, according to ESPN Analytics. Tulane is a team that, like I said, I had high hopes for them at the very beginning of the year. I don't know what has happened to them, but their last 5 games, they're 3-5, and Memphis is 4-1 in their last 5 games.
Did they lose a player or something, like the quarterback?
The quarterback is
top
still
wide
there.
Receiver?
Their quarterback is still there. He just looks like his mechanics have fallen off being the quarterback throwing the football, because he didn't look the same. The ball wasn't jumping out of his hand as it was at the beginning of the year. He may be dealing with tendonitis in the shoulder. He may be dealing with soreness. He may be doing just messing up.
Sometimes you get the yips.
Yeah, and it's not as fluid.
We've seen that before, but like this offense was one of those teams where we thought, Tulane could possibly be a top 25 team.
Yeah, at one point you would have thought that. And I do want to say this about Texas A&M. Texas Tech in this BYU game. Tech has made the money work for them. They went out and did what they needed to do for the Big 12, got the right players, and the headline says Texas Tech's $7 million defensive line is paying off. When you start to look at numbers like that, and they went out and got Romello Height from Georgia Tech, Lee Hunter from UCF, Skylar Gill Howard from Northern Illinois, and A.J. Holmes Jr. from Houston, they have done what they needed to do on that defense.
I'm not a Tech fan, but I think it's unfair for people to talk about the money when everybody else is doing the same thing.
Yeah, they got a lot of different money up there now.
It's green, just like everybody else's.
Coming up next, we're going to have the world's strongest man bringing you his world's strongest take right here on the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Good morning. We do have a little bit of road debris on the exit ramp. This is going to be on the Mopac southbound at Highway 290. Some more slow traffic to report, setting you back about 9 minutes. This is going to be I-35 northbound between FM 1626 and Stastny Lane. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian, There's nothing like it.
Everyone loves when their team wins. It's even better when it comes from a great comeback. Down by 2 scores, no problem. Longhorns fans believe until the final whistle, and Bud Light keeps the faith ice cold. Because every great comeback starts with, guess what? Hope. And a full cooler, of course. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, you can upgrade to a queen mattress and adjustable base for just $499.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Sherry, what have you done to your hair? It looks amazing. I can't believe how thick and healthy it looks. Oh, I must know your secret. No secret. It's hair volume from New Nordic. Hair volume, huh? Well, it certainly lives up to its name. Your hair has never looked so thick. It is gorgeous.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural health products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com, new, NORDICUSA.com, or CVS.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, sunny skies for your Friday, a high near 90, clear tonight, a low of 57. Saturday, sunshine, a high in the upper 80s. Tomorrow night's low 58. A cold front Sunday, highs in the upper 60s, a low near 40.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
In 20628.
Electrical problems are a warning. Flickering lights, warm switches, bulbs burning out too soon, all need attention. I trust Abacus licensed electricians. Their years of experience make an electrical problem no problem. No wonder they say Abacus. You can count on us.
Sports on iHeartRadio.
Throws low and it's incomplete. The Jets are going to win it. It'll be victory formation.
The new NBA season, the NHL, huge college football rivalries, the start of college basketball, and of course, the NFL. Don't miss a second of the greatest reality show on the planet. Sports, play-by-play, podcasts, and local stations where you can join the conversation with real people.
At what point do you fire the guy?
Open the free iHeart app and search your favorite league to start listening.
Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait. Attention on the road, that's the only way. Phone's blowing up, but you're in the driver's seat. Ignore the buzz, keep your eyes on the street. No text back, no scroll, just let it wait.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
You heard? That's what he do. WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man. Mark Henry brings you his World's Strongest Man. Take it away, big fella.
All right. You know what time it is? It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Ah, cuz. Back then, they didn't know. Now I'm hot. They all on me. What's up, Trevor? Guys, I'm oh my God, I love that so much. Guys, we don't have a game this weekend. And we will not be playing Georgia until 6:30 p.m. next week on ABC. But that being said, I'm still going to give you a little bit of what I see. And that is, and I'm going to give you my take on it. Let me lay it out for you. University of Texas and the Georgia Bulldogs faced twice last year. Kirby Smart took the advantage over Coach Sark in both those games, and the Georgia Bulldogs took advantage over the Texas Longhorns in those two games. The thing that saved them was the defense. That Georgia defense, as good as Texas defense was last year, Georgia's defense was better. And the draft showed that. The guys that played for Georgia on that defense are doing very well in the NFL. As the Texas guys are doing, Jahdae Barron doing really well. Makuba doing really well. And the list goes on. But this year, Texas has an elite top 3 defense. A lot of people say number 1. And they're number 1 in a couple of different categories, namely sacks. Georgia, not so much. Georgia is 102 in sacks and run defense. This is the game that Texas may be able to crank that run game up. This is the game that Baxter's got another week to heal up and be ready to roll. Quintavious Wisner, as hard as he runs, you see how hard he runs. This is the game for Texas, as well as Archer's been doing. And I'm not saying change the game plan. I'm just saying Coach Sark always wants to run, right? He always wants a 1,000-yard rusher. It's very likely that won't happen this year, unless these next 3 weeks, Texas goes nuts in the run game. And I can see that happening because A&M is the only team that has a top 10 defense against the rush in the next 3 games Texas plays. What say you?
Yeah, I'm looking at this Texas team as a team that has moved in the right direction. They've done some things. The combination on the offensive line has seemed to work. Small dose, but it was a big dose. They went out and handled their business against Vanderbilt. You get a little bit more time to get a Michael Taft back on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
You get a little bit more time to hopefully Jelani McDonald gets through concussion protocol. That added another week for him to do nothing. You got Ryan Wingo. Coach said he's going to make him very limited this week to be able to get out there and play.
Let the well fill up.
Exactly. And now these guys are understanding what the journey is in front of them. They get a chance to watch football this weekend, get a chance to scout Georgia the way that they want to scout them as fans, number one. But as number two, what would I do in this setup? When they come out in this, what am I going to be doing? How's the defense going to be set up? How are we going to be able to contain that quarterback, Gunnar Stockton, who you've played against? You got a chance to play against him last year.
Yeah.
So you understand his
where
abilities.
he likes to go.
Exactly, because he got thrust into that game after you knocked Carson Beck out, right? So he got thrust into that game. You didn't have a lot of scouting report on him. You didn't understand how quick he was when he got out of the pocket and what he was able to do. You didn't know he could throw on the run. He got met with one big hit one time, and he understood what that looked like. So he knows that Texas will come in and pop them. But to your point, Now the challenge of going on the road to Athens, Georgia, is your new trip to Alabama. Remember what happened on that trip to Alabama?
Oh, yeah.
There's an opportunity to go and slay the dragon as you get on the road. So I'm with you. This is
embody the enemy situation.
Yeah.
And don't watch the game as a fan of football. Watch the game as on 3rd down and 1, what do they like to do?
Right.
On 3rd down and 7, like what kind of plays do they run to get a 7-yard over a 13-yard? Like, you just know down and distance, watch the player that you're playing against and see what his go-to is.
Right.
If you're looking at a defensive player. If you see an offensive player, see what the bull rush looks like against him. Maybe I can, the bull rush is effective. He's not that strong. Let me not try to out-technique him, but let me just overpower him. Like, this has got to be a steady game for Texas. Texas has got to be able to watch them. And very likely, while Texas is resting, Georgia's playing.
Right. Right.
So they're going to be tired. Make sure that you're rested. Make sure that you're not out on 6th Street.
Right.
Make sure that you're going to therapy and keeping up on your hydration. Like, all the things that could give you a benefit, a bonus, a bump, an advancement over your teammates, or over your opponents, do it.
Right. And I think that this Texas team, with the maturity that they have, as we said, we talked about the leadership that you see from a Michael Taft. He understands it. You see that Arch is playing better, so his leadership is a little bit different than what it was. Connor Robinson, Cole Hudson, DJ Campbell, Trevor Gooseby, these guys that understand what it's going to be like. And then you got some of those younger players that have stepped up and shown their worth, like a Grayson Littleton and what he's been able to do. That defensive front for the Texas Longhorns, this is going to be one of the biggest challenges for them against the Georgia Bulldogs. And I think that they are ready for the challenge. I have no doubt about it. They will be ready for the challenge.
It was cool to see our guy Jonah out there too.
Yeah, Jonah got a chance to get out there and play a little bit. Yeah, and that's the journey, right? You got to continue to work to be able to be successful, because it's not going to happen for you overnight, but you got to put the work in for it to continue to happen, and it's not going to shock you.
Longhorn moment.
There we go. World's strongest take by the world's strongest
man.
What's up, Trevor? When we come back, we're going to close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. Coach Sark, Coach Vic, and Coach Sean Miller all have something to say before we head into the weekend. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is your voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn basketball. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening tip and after the final whistle. Every week, we'll visit with Texas head coach Sean Miller on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorns basketball, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
On 1300 The Zone.
Good morning. We do have a little bit of road debris on the exit ramp. This is going to be on the Mopac southbound at Highway 290. Some more slow traffic to report, setting you back about 9 minutes. This is going to be I-35 northbound between FM 1626 and Stastny Lane. I'm Alan Craig with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texacoin. Score big at texacoin.org.
The Texas Longhorns capped off a 5-game stretch of conference play with a 34-31 victory over the Vanderbilt Commodores. Head coach Steve Sarkisian was asked if the win over the 9th-ranked Commodores was a statement win, but he shrugged it off, noting that every game remaining is a must-win for the Horns.
they're all statement wins right now. We put ourselves in this position. When you lose your conference opener, it's one game at a time at that point. Last year in this conference, we went 7-1, and that was the best record in the regular season. And like I told the team, I don't know if 6-2 is going to be good enough this year. I addressed what the month of November was going to be with the team, but then we got right into why this game is so important. That's going to be the next game too. And we've got to pour all of our energy and focus and intent into the next game.
Get in early on the next big coin and extend your lead at texitcoin.com. This is an investment that carries risk. Texitcoin.org.
Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $1,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet, we'll always stand by you.
Together, let's drive.
It's being called the Golden Bonanza Sweepstakes. Thanks to our friends at Mako, the DP Show, proud to be a part of this, giving listeners a chance to join us in San Francisco for Super Week. That's right, a trip for 2, including round-trip coach airfare, 3 nights, hotel stay, ground transportation, and VIP access to see us do our show. If that's not enough, Mako also giving away 5 free paint jobs and 10 Mako and DP Show swag bags as runner-up prizes. It's really simple to enter. You go to danpatrick.com. The best news, you can enter daily for a chance to win. You can also receive a 25% off coupon to use at any Mako shop. Visit any Mako location now for a free estimate and redeem the coupon. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, go to danpatrick.com for official rules. No purchase necessary. Void in Alaska, Hawaii, and where prohibited. Open to contiguous U.S. D.C. residents 18 or over. Ends 11/23/25.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want to boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Turn things all the way up and find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
What a great week here on the morning kickoff. Even though it was a bye week, we got a lot of messages out. Mental health is a huge part of what we're doing. And don't be afraid to talk to somebody, find somebody you trust, that you can just get things off of your heart and understand that somebody is here for you. Dallas Cowboys end up losing a key member to the football team, community, and their family. And Dak Prescott had some things to say, asked for help, puts it on his wristband because he was affected by that as well. Also, wanted to make sure that you understand that tonight there is football games that will be played. There's basketball games that will be played. But first, I want you to hear from Coach Sark as he talks about Human Super Beats and why he takes it.
I do take their product. Thanks to John. I do take their product. I just think there's a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of science behind it, whether it's heart related, and clearly I have some heart issues in my past. And when you think about just being overall healthy, it's ironic you bring this up. I was talking to the staff, that we've got get healthy and get fresh on the minds of our players. We need it as a staff too, and this is, seasons can be a grind. And so we've got to make sure that we're doing the right things from a staff perspective of being healthy, getting ourselves fresh for this month of November, along with, we've got to recruit this week and we got different things coming. But I think their products are proven and they're proven from a scientific standpoint. They're good for you. And so, yes, I do take Humans products.
As do you and I.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Use the promo code Mike.
All right, Mark.
Well, either one. Make sure you use the promo code.
Long as you look it up and buy.
Exactly. Make sure you do your part as we are doing our part. Also, this weekend, the Texas men will kick off their home basketball schedule this Saturday at 2:00. They will be taking on Lafayette. That tips off at 2:00. We are the home for Texas sports, so make sure you tune in right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone, 2 p.m. against Lafayette. And we talked about this after watching the Texas men's basketball team. One thing you knew is that they were going to play hard, and Sean Miller said that postgame.
If you watch Texas play tonight, the only impression that you should have, I was only in the first game. We got 34, 35 left. So here's what I'll tell you. What I saw tonight with my eyes is this. That's a group that plays hard. You can tell that they're playing to win. You can tell they're playing for each other. I want a great competitive spirit. Our next game is the only one that matters, and that's a home opener on Saturday. And we have to be better. We have to play faster. We have to look better on offense. And we've always got to compete.
Got to be able to compete, and that's what they've been able to do. We saw that. I liked what I saw. We talked to Eric Henry of Horns 247. If you missed any part of that, get over to the podcast page and check that out. He talked about what he saw at the beginning of the Sean Miller era. But something else that's happening tonight, the number 24th ranked Richmond Spiders come in to the Moody Center. Big time matchup. You can hear that game with the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way. Tonight, 7:00 tip. Pregame starts at 6:45. And Coach Vic was talking about what he saw from productivity off the bench, because the bench is going to have to play a big part of what's going to be a successful season for this basketball team.
Well, I thought, Taya came off the bench and played really well the other night, and certainly Bree Preston was really good. And so whether we're starting, Justice or Taya at the 4 and bringing Aaliyah and Bree off, or if we start the 4-guard lineup and bring Justice and Taya off with Kyla, I thought our depth was really good the other night. Those 8 were very, very solid when they came into the game. And so, that's always, we had 6 people in double figures. And when I'm not talking about 10 points, I'm talking about 16 or more. So that's an awfully good sign. Jordan going 9 for 14 on the other wing really takes a load off Book. And, Rory took 3 shots, which that's great. She had 5 assists, only 1 turnover, ran her team. I mean, I thought she was really good the other night. So, again, we've got to keep working on a little bit. Taya and Justice have got to really come on while we have Ashton out, and got to get those 2 playing at a real high level so we don't really drop off no matter which one's on the floor. Taya really plays. Her motor runs, y'all. She's got that motor that I like, and she really plays, at a high level from a motor perspective. And just getting Justice to understand she's got so much more in the tank, and we desperately need her to bring that every day. The consistency piece for her, I think, is, and it's not uncommon for a sophomore. especially one coming off a significant injury a year ago. And so just getting her to understand, man, there's more in the tank. There's a different level of intensity that we believe you have. And when you can bring that, man, it makes a difference for us. We desperately need that from her. So, I thought Brea was really good the other night. Kyla came off and did basically the same thing. They were both 7 for 7. I think we could have gone to them a lot more if we wanted to. But I think the thing about the other night is I didn't think we took any bad shots. Like, we were really patient. We got deep in the shot clock sometimes, but we still ended up with our shot. And that's what we've been trying to preach a little bit in practice every day.
The work is there.
Yeah.
The work is there. The excitement is there as well.
Can I complain?
On what?
On last year, really. It's not this year yet, but he mentioned that Kyla Oldacre is a force and did really well. But as we get into this season, you're going to see that the referees, because of her size and her skill set, they don't make calls for her.
Right. Oh, he's going to fight for her. Vic is going to fight for her.
That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, Vic is going to fight for her.
I was so disappointed last season in the fact that the referees allowed teams to hack her. They allowed teams to push her around. They called charges and fouls on her because people ran into her.
Right.
Like, that's their problem.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. Trust me. He is Vic Schaefer is one to not mince words when it comes to officiating on the sideline. If the jacket come off, that means some things are about to happen.
They're finna move some furniture?
The furniture will be moved. He'll be talking to Trevor, the referee. I want to thank all those that have been listening all week. I love the activity that we've been having on our social media. I love the fact that everybody's hitting us up on our YouTube page. Oh, yeah, we got a YouTube page. We're also on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Man, we're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Holla at us. For Mark Henry, for Marcus, I want everybody to have a great weekend. Get out and support the men and women's basketball team this weekend. You don't have no football, go support the basketball team. And if you're not going out, make sure you listen to it right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. I'm Hardball Hardge, and just remember this, don't believe everything you see because even salt looks like sugar. Peace. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Hey, Longhorn fans, your game day just got easier. Introducing the brand new